Bro is aura farming. What the f*** is happening? My high school field hockey preseason is about to start very soon. I do like to take some time to prep before the season starts, and I figured I'd start right now by catching up on the latest Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang. I'll take a guess on what they mean, and then I'll read you the actual definition so that we can both learn together. Number one is chat. There's no way this means anything more than we're gonna sit down and have a chat. A term of address that refers to an audience or group of people. The term chat is similar to bruh or dude. No, that's not a thing. Chat. Is this real? Aura farming. What? Negative aura? The f***? Maybe it's when you take from someone's positive energy and like turn it into your own positive energy. I don't know. Oh, no, that's not what it is. Used to describe someone who is trying to project a certain self-image to avoid being judged, similar to a try-hard. Okay. Parents.com also lists some terms to watch for. Good God. My ball, unk, and buns. Queen Emma's asking in the rundown if I have any guesses on my ball. No, I do not have guesses on my ball. If buns is exactly what I think it is, like that's buns, like that's cheeks, like that's terrible, that's what it means. And if it's not that, I don't want it. If you're trying to make buns into your own thing, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, you can kiss my buns, because no.
Taylor Swift is no stranger to praise. Awards, sold-out stadiums, and global adoration have followed her since her teenage years. Yet, there's something different about the compliments she received recently from Kylie Kelce, wife of Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelce, and sister-in-law to Travis Kelce. On the hit podcast New Heights, Kylie delivered an unexpected and heartfelt tribute to Taylor's latest album, sending ripples through the Swiftie universe and the NFL fan base alike. What followed was a masterclass in humility from Swift herself, a reminder that even global icons can be genuinely touched by honest admiration. Let's take you behind the scenes of that memorable podcast episode, unpack what Kylie said, and explore why Taylor's reaction is winning hearts all over again. If you think you know everything about Taylor Swift, think again. This story offers a fresh glimpse into her world, her artistry, and her humanity. It all began like any typical New Heights episode. Banter between the Kelce brothers, a few football jokes, and the easygoing candor that's made the podcast a sensation. But this one had a twist. Travis Kelce, who's been romantically linked to Swift, hinted at a surprise for listeners. Enter Kylie Kelce, whose reputation for being straightforward and charming has endeared her to many. The conversation turned to music, and Travis casually mentioned Taylor's new album. What happened next was radio gold. Instead of the usual quick shout-out, Kylie leaned in and shared her genuine thoughts about the record. She spoke not as a celebrity, but as a fan, one who'd spent real time with the music. "I wasn't expecting to be this moved by the album," Kylie confessed. "It's so layered, so honest. There's something about the way Taylor writes. It's like she's singing about things we all feel, but never say out loud." Her words were simple, but they rang with authenticity. For listeners, it was a rare moment, a candid review from someone who wasn't a professional critic, just a person moved by music. The podcast's social media accounts lit up with reactions. Clips of Kylie's praise went viral, sparking discussions far beyond the usual sports circles. Why did Kylie's comments resonate so deeply? For one, she didn't just say the album was good or catchy. She articulated the complexity and emotional depth of Taylor's songwriting, something fans have tried to describe for years. She highlighted lyrics that stuck with her, mentioning specific lines about love, loss, and resilience. "It feels like she's letting us into her diary," Kylie said. "But there's also this strength to it. It's vulnerable but never weak." Kylie's background isn't in music or entertainment. She's known for her philanthropic work, her advocacy for women's sports, and her relatable social media presence. That made her praise feel genuine, free from industry politics or expectations. Listeners could hear the emotion in her voice. It wasn't just admiration for a pop star, it was the reaction of someone who'd felt seen and understood by someone else's art. In today's world of curated celebrity endorsements, that kind of authenticity is rare. So how did Taylor Swift react? In true Swift fashion, she kept it humble. Within hours of the podcast release, Swift's team reached out with a simple message. Taylor heard Kylie's words and was deeply moved. The note included a thank you, not just for the compliments, but for the sincerity behind them. But Taylor didn't stop there. On her own social media, she posted a story referencing the podcast, writing, "Kylie Kelce, that meant the world to me. Thank you for listening and for feeling the songs the way I felt them when I wrote them. No elaborate gestures, no grandstanding, just gratitude and humility, two qualities that have defined Taylor's public persona, even as her fame has soared to astronomical levels. It's easy to forget that celebrities are people, too. When you've sold millions of albums and performed for presidents, it would be understandable, even expected, to become a little jaded by praise. But Taylor Swift has always pushed against that stereotype. Her humility isn't just a PR move. Over the years, fans have recounted countless stories of Taylor's kindness, handwritten notes to fans, surprise hospital visits, and quiet donations to causes she believes in. She's mastered the art of staying grounded, even while living in the clouds. Kylie's praise offered Taylor something different, a reflection of her work's impact from someone outside the entertainment bubble. It was a reminder that music can bridge worlds, connecting a pop superstar with a football family, and in turn, millions of listeners who see themselves in both. In a world saturated with social media applause, what made Kylie's praise so powerful was its authenticity. She wasn't looking for clicks or trying to curry favor. She was simply moved by the music, and she said so. That kind of genuine appreciation is increasingly rare. Too often, praise is transactional. Influencers trading compliments for access, celebrities supporting each other for mutual benefit. But when someone like Kylie Kelce, a person with nothing to gain, takes the time to express heartfelt admiration, it cuts through the noise. Taylor's humble response only amplified the moment. By acknowledging Kylie's words and sharing her own feelings in return, she reminded everyone why she's more than just a superstar. She's an artist who still cares deeply about the people who listen to her music. Beyond the headlines, this exchange tapped into something deeper about why we connect with music and with each other. At its core, music is a conversation between artist and listener. When someone as famous as Taylor Swift meets someone as relatable as Kylie Kelce in that shared space, it creates a spark of recognition. Fans flocked to social media to share their own stories of how Taylor's music had moved them. Some talked about heartbreak, others about hope. Many mentioned feeling seen by Taylor's lyrics in the same way Kylie described. The moment also bridged two worlds, the glitzy realm of pop music and the down-to-earth community of NFL families. For once, it wasn't about who was dating whom or who was climbing the charts. It was about the simple, human act of one person telling another, "What you made matter to me." Of course, Kylie's comments have only fueled curiosity about Taylor's latest album. Fans new and old are revisiting the tracks, searching for the lines that resonated so deeply with Kylie. Critics, too, are taking a second look, noting the album's nuanced storytelling and emotional honesty. What stands out about this record is its vulnerability. Taylor has always been a confessional songwriter, but there's a new maturity to her latest work, a willingness to wrestle with uncertainty, to leave questions unanswered. The album doesn't just chronicle her experiences, it invites listeners to find themselves in the stories. That's the magic that Kylie Kelce captured in her praise. She didn't just list her favorite tracks or analyze the production. She talked about how the music made her feel, about how, in listening, she felt a little less alone. The podcast episode quickly became a cultural touchstone, but its impact goes beyond viral clips and trending hashtags. It sparked conversations about the importance of honest feedback, the power of vulnerability, and the ways in which art connects us. For Taylor, it's another reminder that her work continues to resonate even as she explores new creative territory. For Kylie, it's a testament to the value of speaking from the heart, even in a world that often rewards cynicism. And for the rest of us, it's an invitation to celebrate the moments when art brings us together, reminding us that, at our core, we're all just people searching for meaning in someone else's words. As the buzz around the podcast episode continues, one thing is clear. Taylor Swift's humility isn't just a personality trait, it's a philosophy. She listens as much as she speaks, takes nothing for granted, and recognizes the power of genuine connection. Kylie Kelce's praise was more than just a compliment. It was a gift, a moment of honest appreciation that cut through the noise of celebrity culture. Taylor's response, in turn, was a lesson in grace and gratitude. In an age of endless content and fleeting trends, their exchange reminds us what really matters: the courage to create, the honesty to appreciate, and the humility to be moved by each other's stories. And as long as artists like Taylor Swift and listeners like Kylie Kelce keep that spirit alive, there will always be something worth tuning in for.